Okay, back for part 2. Alright guys, I'm going to read these stories and then I'm going to dive into the talk. And it takes a second to subscribe, as recent findings show. So we have, I'm just going to read this really quickly. Tristram and Iseult. This is another medieval romance similar to Tristan and Isolde, about a knight named Tristram who was sent to Ireland to bring back Iseult as the bride of his uncle King Mark. Like the previous story, Tristram and Iseult accidentally drink a love potion and fall deeply in love. They continue their affair even after Tristram marries another woman and eventually are discovered. The story ends tragically with Tristram dying of poisoned wound and Iseult dying of grief soon after. Then we have Orpheus and Eurydice. This is a Greek myth about a musician named Orpheus who falls in love with a woman named Eurydice. When Eurydice dies, Orpheus descends into the underworld to beg Hades to allow him to bring her back to life. Hades agrees, but only on the condition that Orpheus not look back at Eurydice until they have left the underworld. Unfortunately, Orpheus cannot resist looking back, and Eurydice is lost to him forever. Antony and Cleopatra. This is a story from ancient Rome about the love affair between the Roman general Mark Antony committing suicide rather than being captured by Octavian's forces. Heer Ranja. This is a Punjabi folktale about the love between a young man named Ranja and a woman named Heer. Despite their family's objections, they fall in love and run away together. They face many challenges and obstacles, but their love for each other remains strong. In the end, they both die and are buried together, becoming legendary figures in Punjabi culture. And guys, there's more. Abelard and Helios. This is a true story of a medieval philosopher named Peter Abelard and his student Helios. Despite their significant age difference, they fell in love and secretly married. When their relationship was discovered, Helios' uncle had Abelard castrated, and Helios was sent to a convent. The two continued to correspond through letters expressing their love and longing for each other. Their story became a symbol of tragic love and intellectual passion. Jeez. The Butterfly Lovers. This is a Chinese folktale about two young lovers named Liang Shambo and Zhu Yingtai. Zhu Yingtai disguises herself as a man to attend school with Liang Shambo, and the two become close friends. Liang Shambo is unaware of Zhu Yingtai's true identity until she is forced to reveal it when her family arranges a marriage for her. Despite their family's objections, the two lovers stay true to each other until death, when they are transformed into a pair. They butterflied out of there, Cupid and Psyche. This is a story from ancient Roman mythology about a mortal woman named Psyche who falls in love with the god Cupid. After many trials and tribulations, including a forbidden look at Cupid's true form, Psyche and Cupid are reunited and married, living happily ever after as gods. They cling financially but deeply in love. Each sells their most treasured possession to buy a Christmas gift for the other. When they exchange gifts, they realize the sacrifice the other has made and are filled with love and appreciation for each other. Yeah. So what is it? I mean, when we think of an advanced civilization, we gotta, like, not repeat these kind of mistakes, right? Okay, somebody in the chat section says, here's a love story. At the age of 12, Ananda, my mom married a man who already had gray hair. He loved and respected her so much that she remained a virgin her entire life. Yeah, because the man would be a father figure for her. So she... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Of course, back in the day, this was something like, I think everybody goes and asks their grandparents, great grandparents. Like, the idea is like they were, there wasn't the type of civilization we are experiencing right now is a very polished compared to the ancient time civilization. It's so unique. There's so many views on love, There's the love of, like, devotion of, let's say, a religious person for God. Someone can just love a moment, even though, for example, we see, let's say you look at the concept of addiction, okay? I think it's in some sense I mean, ultimately, let's say love, we want to try to figure out the question, that we want to solve the problem, what is love? Okay. But then we wonder about the human experience, and we're like, okay, is there that's come before truth? If love is truth for you, then, that's your detour. But what it means is that it's conditional. So there's conditional love. You're loving someone in certain conditions that are met, right? So a lot of stuff you see, for example, modern marriages, like the divorce rates and all of this, is because they have conditional love, right? But when you look at marriages in Eastern countries, the strictness of them, do you understand? Marriage is for those who are ready for unconditional love. Do you know? I would say a relationship is for those who are still looking for conditional love. You see, because the moment the conditions don't meet, both go their way. But of course, guys, keep in mind, I'm just 1 in 8 billion, just sharing my view. If the concept of love didn't exist, it would be as if the concept of caring for something would, right? And at the core, care is preservation. Something is here, and we want it to continue in the best way. But now it has to be on a massive scale. What I'm trying to say is, this might sound bizarre, but if two people go with the vow of unconditional love, right, then their conditional love is inferior to their unconditional love. Okay? I'll give you an example. For example, many human beings, they unconditionally love their parents. Regardless. It's like you cannot be just, the existence of one's parents is like one's honor, honor to be manifest. What I'm trying to say is, if we think we're a singular being, then you may think there's like an easy answer to this. Like, what is love? How do we love others? But if you realize you're a multidimensional being, then it changes, because when you see another person, you're not seeing all of them.